Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Silva. I am 28 years old and currently working as a freelance videographer in Vietnam. And I recently got married, but since our income is still pretty unstable, I'm trying to look for new opportunities. I really hope you guys will subscribe to my channel to help me reach the 1,000 subscribers and watch hours milestone. Your support will give me so much motivation to keep making great videos for you all.
And today, I'm taking you to a very special place. Right now, we are standing at the old apartment complex in Phung Hung Market. There are so many vendors selling fresh fruits and vegetables here, and the best part is that everything is incredibly cheap. With just $3, you can get yourself a completely filling meal. Unlike the shiny modern skyscrapers of Ho Chi Minh City, this place holds the true, nostalgic soul of the locals. Right beneath the building is the market, where people go about their daily lives and do business, making it incredibly bustling and crowded. Look at these old apartment blocks. They have witnessed decades of history. The faded walls, the tiny balconies filled with hanging clothes and plants. It all creates a unique, cinematic vibe that you can't find anywhere else. The apartments are packed closely together, and right below is the noise of the market. Can you imagine that? For many people, it might be really annoying. But for me and the locals here, it feels completely normal. In fact, if that noise were missing, it would actually be quite sad. Even though the apartments here are old and a bit run down, everything still works perfectly fine. Renting an apartment here costs about $150 a month. And since it's located right near the city center, even though these buildings are quite old, the prices really won't drop much lower than that. These power lines are completely blackened with age, and locals often paste advertisements and job notices right on the walls. Now, let me take you on a quick tour around the market so you can see it for yourself. In Vietnam, going to the market isn't just about buying groceries, but it's also a cultural tradition and an essential habit in everyday life. Coming here, you will immediately be drawn into a world full of colors and sounds. It's the lively chatter of buyers and sellers bargaining, the sound of motorbikes passing by, and the joyful greetings every morning. There is something very special about traditional Vietnamese markets, which is the human connection. Vendors and buyers are often not just customers, they are more like familiar neighbors. They know exactly what your family likes to eat, and sometimes they generously give you some extra green onions, chili peppers, or a small discount for being a regular. Furthermore, Vietnamese people highly value the freshness of their meals. Instead of going to the supermarket to stock up for the whole week, many prefer going to the market every morning to handpick the greenest vegetables or the freshest meat and fish that have just arrived. Even though modern life has brought many supermarkets and convenience stores, humble markets like this will always hold an irreplaceable place in the hearts of Vietnamese people. And of course, I can't forget to mention a true specialty of Vietnamese markets, which is the art of haggling or bargaining. For foreigners, this might seem a bit intimidating at first, But here, haggling isn't necessarily because the sellers overcharge you, but it's more like a fun way of communicating between the buyer and the seller. You can ask for a small discount accompanied by a big, friendly smile. If the deal is successful, both sides are happy. This process makes buying and selling much more intimate and emotional compared to just looking at a lifeless price tag on a supermarket shelf. The market here is quite narrow, so walking through it can be a bit of a squeeze. But the locals here are incredibly friendly.
Bánh mì này gọi là bánh mì tăng.
Now, I'm going to stop by a Bun Mom stall to get some food.
Có gì vậy cô?
Mắm, tôm, mực quay, chả cá, mực quay. 2 tô đủ thứ không?
Bao nhiêu cô?
50, 70 gì cũng bán. Không có ăn bán nhiêu.
Cô ơi, cô nhỏ à?
50 ăn, 2 tô 50 còn. Chưa đạt.
Bây giờ ăn muốn mắm không?
Chanh.
Muốn mắm.
Rồi ớt thì đủ rồi. 2 tô.
Dạ.
2 tô.
Mấy con
Rồi nè. 2 tô, con da ngồi. Chanh.
As you can see, there are so many food stalls lining the street like this. This is a neighborhood with a large Chinese Vietnamese community, so the food here is absolutely delicious. The prices are a bit higher compared to other places, but that's okay because the quality of the food is top-notch.
Sao cân? Rồi, phần 50 hả cân? Dạ. Dạ, chút chia đi hả cân?
For those who don't know, Bun Mam is a special fermented fish noodle soup from the Mekong Delta. It has a very distinct and pungent aroma, which might be a bit challenging for foreigners at first. But once you try it, the flavor is incredibly rich and addictive. A bowl is packed with fresh rice noodles, crispy roasted pork, shrimp, squid, fish, and eggplant. Everything is mixed in a savory, dark broth that is perfectly balanced and super appetizing. I ordered 2 bowls, and each bowl costs $2. Let me tell you a bit more about the ingredients of this dish. The soul of Bun Mam is the broth, which is cooked from special types of fermented fish. They combine it with finger root and a lot of minced lemongrass to remove the fishy smell and create an irresistible, fantastic aroma. Besides that, you can't miss the giant plate of fresh herbs featuring typical river plants like water lily stems, bitter herbs, or yellow burrhead.
Trụng mấy đít thôi không à, trụng nhiều quá đâu. Đủ. Dạ.
Phân nửa này đi hả con?
Dạ.
Luôn vô đít vô nó đi. Giờ mua về hả?
And I have to admit, the bún mắm at this stall is truly delicious and worth the money. Just look at my bowl. It is filled with so much fresh shrimp and squid. The shrimp is sweet and crunchy. The squid is firm and chewy. One bite and you can taste the full flavor of the seafood, blended with the rich broth and the mild spiciness of chili. This is truly an amazing meal.
Này giống như trong Thái Thái hả?
Trụng mà bỏ chậm á.
Thì để lâu.
Gói mấy tô, rồi đi đi lại, mấy tô không? Rồi.
There is one thing though, eating here can get really hot, especially with the current weather in Vietnam. Right now in Saigon, it's the hot season. The temperature is always scorching and the humidity is incredibly high. Sometimes it feels like you are sitting inside a giant sauna. Sitting here eating a piping hot boiling bowl of soup, plus the spiciness of the chili right on the street like this, will make you sweat profusely after just a few minutes. Many foreign tourists might experience a little heat shock. But trust me, eating while sweating like this is exactly the most authentic way to enjoy Vietnamese street food.
It's so hot.
After conquering that incredibly hot and spicy bowl of bún mắm, my body is definitely craving something ice cold to cool down. And in Vietnam, there's exactly one perfect solution for this, something that is considered the absolute lifeblood of this country, sa phê sua ja, or Vietnamese iced milk coffee. If you walk down any street, alleyway, or boulevard in Ho Chi Minh City, the one thing you will see more than anything else, even more than the motorbikes, is coffee shops. Coffee in Vietnam isn't just a beverage you drink to wake up. It is an entire culture, a lifestyle, and a daily ritual. From the elderly men sitting on tiny plastic stools, reading the morning newspaper, to young freelancers like me typing away on our laptops, to groups of friends gossiping for hours. Everything happens over a glass of coffee. When you hear people here say, "Ji cha phê kong," which literally translates to, "Want to go get coffee," it rarely just means drinking the liquid. It means, "Let's hang out, let's have a meeting," or "Let's go on a date." It is the ultimate social glue. And the undisputed king of this culture is the legendary Vietnamese iced milk coffee. And the best part is, this cup of coffee is only $1. Now, we cannot talk about Vietnamese street food without mentioning the world-famous banh mi. And since we are right here in the Chinese Vietnamese neighborhood, I have to take you to a truly legendary spot, Banh Mi Tang. This is one of the oldest banh mi shops in Saigon, having been open continuously for over 50 years. Even though it's just a humble food cart, it is always bustling with people lining up. After filling our stomachs, I want to take you to a place deeply rooted in the spirituality and history of this area. Welcome to Tien Hao Temple, one of the oldest Chinese temples in Saigon. This temple was built all the way back in 1760. The temple is dedicated to Mazu, also known as the goddess of the sea. Early Chinese immigrants built this temple to thank her for protecting them through rough ocean voyages to arrive here safely. These coils can burn continuously for weeks. Even though it's located right in the middle of the loud and bustling Cholon, once you step through these doors, you will feel a strange sense of peace. And next, in complete contrast to the old apartment, here are the modern apartment complexes. As you can see, the space down here is much more spacious and quieter. But because of that, the price is much higher, with rent ranging from $500 to $1,000 a month. There's also a large cafe right downstairs on the ground floor, and a wide open area where people can jog and get some exercise. Here, they have elevators, and the AC is on 24/7, keeping it really cool. And this is the waiting lobby for the residents. Over there is a gym available for residents. There's a play area for kids, and even a swimming pool for residents to relax. Between paying $150 near the center, with a bustling and crowded market right downstairs, and paying $500 for quietness and many amenities, which one do you think suits you better? Personally, I think each place has its own charm, and the most important thing is that it fits your personal finances. In these areas, there usually aren't any street food vendors, but there are convenience stores like 7-Eleven. I'm going to head inside to grab a little something to eat. This beef and cheese sandwich costs $1.20. And the chicken sticky rice is only 70 cents. There are also so many different types of instant noodles here. But right now, I'm just going to buy a box of sticky rice and a bottle of water, which costs $1 in total. And that wraps up my day. Thank you so much for tagging along with me to explore Saigon today, from the bustling old apartment to this quiet, modern complex. Life in Vietnam always has these contrasting, yet incredibly fascinating sides. If you enjoyed this video and want to support our little family's journey, please take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It truly means the world to us. See you guys in the next vlog.